The great white shark is the ocean's ultimate predator, growing over 20 feet long with teeth designed to tear through flesh in one clean bite. Tiger shark. The tiger shark gets its name from the dark stripes you see on young ones, and it'll eat basically anything: sea turtles, fish, garbage, whatever crosses its path. Bull shark. Bull sharks can handle both saltwater and freshwater, swimming far up rivers where you wouldn't expect a shark, which makes them especially dangerous to humans. Hammerhead. The hammerhead's distinctive T-shaped head isn't just for show, it's packed with extra sensors and helps the shark turn sharper than most other species. Whale shark. The whale shark is the ocean's biggest fish, growing over 40 feet long, but it only eats tiny plankton and krill, making it completely harmless to humans. Basking shark. The basking shark is the second largest fish on Earth, cruising slowly through temperate waters with its massive mouth gaping open to filter plankton. Mako shark. The Mako shark hits speeds of 45 miles per hour and can rocket 20 feet out of the water, making it the ocean's fastest shark and a nightmare for anything it decides to chase. Blue shark. The blue shark gets its name from the vivid indigo color along its back and sides. This slender, graceful species is one of the most wide-ranging sharks on the planet. Thresher shark. The thresher shark's tail fin can match its body length and works like a whip, stunning entire schools of fish before the shark circles back to eat. Goblin shark. The goblin shark lurks in deep water with a blade-like snout and jaws that launch forward like a trap springing shut to snatch prey. Greenland shark. The Greenland shark lives longer than any vertebrate on Earth, with some estimated at over 400 years old, drifting slowly through freezing Arctic waters. Nurse shark. The nurse shark is a bottom-dwelling species that rests in groups during daylight hours and, despite being docile, can deliver a powerful bite if disturbed. Lemon shark. The lemon shark gets its name from that yellowish-brown color that lets it blend right into sandy ocean floors where it hunts and rests. Blacktip reef shark. The blacktip reef shark gets its name from the black markings on its fins and hangs out in shallow coral reefs, sometimes in water so shallow you can see its dorsal fin cutting the surface. Whitetip reef shark. The whitetip reef shark has white tips on its dorsal and tail fins. It rests in caves during the day and hunts cooperatively through tight reef spaces at night. Oceanic whitetip. The oceanic whitetip used to be everywhere in the open ocean, one of the most common big sharks on the planet, but now it's endangered because fishing operations kill them constantly. Megamouth shark. The megamouth shark wasn't even discovered until 1976, and since then, fewer than 100 of them have ever been spotted, making it one of the ocean's rarest creatures. Frilled shark. The frilled shark is basically a living fossil from 80 million years ago, an eel-like deep-sea predator with 300 needle-sharp teeth arranged in 25 rows. Angel shark. The angel shark flattens itself against the seafloor like a living rug, buried in sand with only its eyes exposed, waiting motionless until prey wanders close enough to strike. Saw shark. The saw shark's snout is lined with teeth like a chainsaw blade, perfect for slicing through fish schools or digging prey from sand, and unlike sawfish, its gills sit on the sides. Cookie cutter shark. The cookie cutter shark latches onto whales, dolphins, and submarines with suction, then twists its blade-like teeth to carve out a perfect round chunk of flesh before dropping off. Wobbegong. The wobbegong is a carpet shark that lies flat on the reef floor with fringe around its mouth and patterns on its body that make it disappear completely until prey swims too close. Leopard shark. The leopard shark gets its name from the dark, saddle-shaped blotches and spots running down its back and sides. You'll find this small shark cruising shallow bays and estuaries along the Pacific coast from Oregon down to Mexico. Port Jackson shark. The Port Jackson shark lives on the Australian seafloor and crunches through shellfish with flat-back teeth designed for crushing. You'd recognize it immediately from the dark harness stripes running across its tan body. Dogfish sharks. Dogfish sharks are a huge family of small sharks found worldwide, with the spiny dogfish being one of the most common sharks on Earth. Many species have venomous spines on their backs for defense. Lantern shark. Lantern sharks are tiny deep sea sharks covered in light producing organs called photophores. They glow from below to match the faint sunlight filtering down, making them invisible to predators looking up from deeper water. Sandbar shark. The sandbar shark is one of the most common sharks along coastlines, easy to spot by its tall first dorsal fin. Despite being heavily fished, it grows slowly and matures late, making it vulnerable to population decline. Silky shark. The silky shark gets its name from the incredibly smooth texture of its skin, which feels almost like satin when you run your hand along it from head to tail. Bonnethead. The bonnethead has a smooth, rounded head instead of the classic hammer shape. It's the only shark proven to actually digest plant matter, eating seagrass alongside its usual prey of crustaceans and small fish. 6-gill and 7-gill. Most sharks have 5 gill slits, but 6-gill and 7-gill sharks are throwbacks with extra ones. These deepwater predators are sluggish and ancient, hunting mainly at night when light is scarce. Dusky shark. The dusky shark is a plain-looking predator with no real markings to set it apart, but it grows big and migrates along coastlines worldwide. It reproduces slowly, which combined with overfishing for its fins has hammered its numbers hard. Salmon shark. The salmon shark is a chunky, cold-adapted cousin of the mako that lives in the North Pacific and eats a lot of salmon, as the name suggests. Horn shark. The horn shark got its name from those bony ridges sticking up over its eyes like little horns. This small shark spends its days wedged into rocky crevices along the Pacific coast, then comes out at night to crunch up crabs and sea urchins. Taupe shark. The taupe shark is a slender gray species found in coastal waters around the world, often going by different names depending on where you are. They travel in large schools and migrate long distances following their prey. Porbeagle shark. The porbeagle is a chunky cold-water shark found in the North Atlantic and down south, related to both the great white and the mako, and it's fished heavily because people actually want to eat it. Megalodon, extinct. The megalodon was the biggest shark that ever lived, stretching up to 60 feet long and ruling the oceans until it went extinct about 3.5 million years ago.